They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
So I do have a travel blog called the Traveling Pierogi, and I love to travel. Ever since I was a kid, going to South Carolina to Mimi's Myrtle Beach home, which she just sold. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Mimi.
Yeah, and I just love to travel, and I'm Polish, so I'm like, let's think of a creative name. Pierogies are a huge staple of the people of Poland.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let's do the Traveling Pierogi. And now I've been doing this since 2019, pre-pandemic. I've just been going around to different places, different restaurants, bars, towns, landmarks, whatever. And I take a picture of that specific thing and myself. And I just say, like, hey, this is something I found cool. Try it out. And I just posted it on Facebook and Instagram. Hopefully, people will go and travel to it. And I'm not sure if that answered your question or if you want me to go into more.
Well, yes. How do you So the pictures you post, because I see them all the time. It's like, well, COVID's happening. Michael didn't go here. Like, are they stuff that you just had over the years?
Yeah, like I did take a spring break trip in college to Europe.
Right.
To France and Barcelona. And with COVID, with being locked up in your home for God knows how long, I'm like, I need content. Oh, like I've been to these places. Let's post stuff where I've been, hopefully to get a following. And now I have over 600 people following me on Facebook and Instagram
and
now.
Business cards.
And I do have a business
I
card
have
too.
2 of them.
Yeah. And I just hope that I'm able to travel the world more while getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my end game.
But do you write? Like, do you actually write blog posts? Do you have a website, anything like that? It was me, just your social posts.
It's right now. It's just social media posts.
Okay.
And I just give like a little history of the place, and I just say like these guys are fantastic. Check them out. Like, for example, I was just in Boston last weekend.
Yep, I saw your picture of Ethan.
Oh, good old Ethan.
Good old Ethan.
And I stopped at this one barbecue place, and they had one of the best pulled pork. Best pulled pork. Like, my sister went there with her boyfriend right before I went there, and I'm like, okay, let's see how good this is.
How good can it really be?
Oh my god, fantastic! And I had the wings as an appetizer. My dad has a run for his money.
Oh boy!
And it was one of the best wings I've had. Same thing with the pulled pork, and I took pictures of the place. It was in Assembly Square. I would highly recommend these people going there, barbecue, and they have whiskey flights too, which I find
Well, yeah, whiskey and barbecue.
Yeah,
it fits.
But whiskey flights, which I've never heard of before. Like, I've had flights of beer.
Yeah,
and
I've only had flights beer and wine. Only had beer and wine.
But for whiskey, I'm like, okay, let's try it out.
I'm not a huge fan of whiskey though. I'm just a simple drinker. Just only beer. Just beer. Just give me beer.
Yeah, like, I'm a beer guy too.
Give me I'm like Uncle Chris. Give me a Coors Light.
Yeah.
I'll call it a day.
I'm more of a craft beer person.
You do like craft beers.
Yeah.
You're big on your beers, man.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you. It's like, oh, Michael's really into beer. Nice.
Like, I've gotten so much beer last weekend. Because I stopped by at different breweries.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks good. This looks good. Hopefully they'll taste good too. And sure enough, they were.
In your travels, if you find Stone Cold Steve Austin's new lager,
okay,
it's like the Broken Skull lager. If you can find it, pick it up for me.
All right.
I'm looking for it. It just came out. and I've heard it's delicious. He had a pale ale or like a IPA. No, he had a Broken Skull IPA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like IPAs, but now he has a lager.
Yeah,
I heard it's delicious. I need to try it.
I'm more of a lager person.
Me too. So if you find it,
Will
because
do.
they're only the tall boys, so it comes in like a 4-pack.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so pick up 2.
Okay.
And I'll pay for both of them.
All right.
And we'll make it a done deal.
Here we go.
All right, Michael.